this war is dope. This record is dope because it's one of my signature songs I got off of this record. The song How Y'all Feel. I used this album, which was given to me by one of my real good friends, production partners named Brizzo. Look out for that dude. Brizzo is dope. These motherfuckers are cannon. He gave me this record and I shitted on it. Because, I mean, come on, look at the dude got sunflower seed shoes on. Look at the sunflower seed shoes, man. Got sunflower seeds. So, yeah, I mean, but the ill thing is this dude is the lead singer from the group Chicago. Upside Down. Incredible song, A Lifetime Week. I was trying to sample it, and the way the song is just kind of off. I was trying to sample it, and I was getting pissed off, and I just went to sleep. Fuck it. Got up middle of the night, about 4 o'clock in the morning. Got up, heard the beat in my head, chopped the sample up, boom! Got an instant classic on my hands. So that's one signature song off the Marcellous album that people know me for. This is the album that I got it from. The How Y'all Feel joint. Still a classic. Still a classic right here. Still a classic. You know what I mean? Still a classic. You know what I mean? Blaak one of my favorite artists. Incredible. Some of the best music, man. This dude right here. My pop turned me on to Blaak when I was like maybe 7 years old. All his albums are incredible and extremely rare, man. Catalyst joint, crazy. La Fly. Incredible. Gotta go back to the Sonny Carson album. Crazy. Crazy. Neon Ware. Fucking incredible, man. The arrangements of this album is dope, and on top of that, the movie's crazy too. I saw the movie when I was a kid going to summer camp. The movie is incredible, man. His pop, his son was actually a member of the X Clan. That's the dude, Sonny Carson. His pop was a member of the X Clan. No, I'm sorry, his son, not his pop. The Three Pieces, incredible album. It's dope because it's funky, it's got jazz influence, and also Donald Byrd, Blackbirds, and heavy influence. Ray Parker Jr.'s on it. A couple of the Blackbirds, Joe Hall, and Orville Sanders, I believe, is on the album. Great bass player, great guitar player, and just great rhythms all over it. My Silver's albums, yo, we always had this argument about the Jackson 5 and all that. Yo, Silver's, hands down to me, and I'ma say this. Everything that the Silvers did on Pride Records had the Jacksons beat because they wasn't singing bubblegum shit, you know what I mean? The difference, like, don't get me wrong, ABC and all that is cool, but it's so bubblegum. These dudes were singing about real shit, and the harmony was incredible, and they were writing their own shit. Leon Silvers has to be one of the greatest songwriters and arrangers ever to do it. There's not one foul song on all 3 of these albums. And it took me so long to get all 3, and now I got all 3. And that's why they're over here. They're real special, man. Anything that the Silvers did on Pride was dope. Everything. Like the stuff down the line, the Boogie Fevers and all that, nah. The disco shit, nah, I ain't feeling that. But you talking about some soulful shit? Joint on here called How It Hurts. Incredible. On this joint right here, it's on here called Even This Shall Pass Away. Me and Nice used that song one day at least 20 times. Shit is so fucking nuts, man. And it just got great rhythms, man. The crazy thing about this, I think Jerry Butler produced this one right here. Jerry Butler produced this one. It's crazy, man. You want to get the fuck out the basement because you get to a point where you don't want to constantly be like, okay, yeah, this is dope, but it's just you and your boys. That shit is corny after a while, man. You want to be compensated, so as much as you want to consider yourself like you're selling out, nah, you're not selling out. You actually just you gotta sell. You gotta give some shit away. You got to. And as bad as I didn't want to do shit like that, you gotta give some stuff away. It may not be your hottest shit. But if I give something to somebody, it's going to be somebody I know that's already established in the game. Like my man Baby Black has been signed to Jazzy Jeff. He's done shit. He got connections overseas. So my shit can get heard over there because I gave him a beat. Maybe I can get some work and then get some bread off of this shit because I've been doing this shit 28 years. That's a long damn time to not really be out there already. I told Nice and Perp, I don't want to be the old nigga coming out in the group. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that old cat in the group. Like, damn, who pop on stage? You know what I mean? I want to get to the point where I can fall back and sit in the studio and make music. Because you're never too old to make music. I've had chicks come to me and say, you know, what you gonna do after this? And I'm like, yo, Quincy Jones is still making music. He's still relevant. You can make music forever. You may not be able to rhyme forever, because after a while you get to a point where people, you know, they don't want to hear what you got to say anymore. And what you got to do when you get that age, you got to bow gracefully and say, I did my thing while I was here. And don't be that old cat on stage. A cat like KRS-One is the exception. Because he reinvents himself every year. And he's always going to be relevant. You need a cat like KRS-One. But you do not want Kumo D to try to put out an album right now. You think what I'm saying? That's not a diss to Kumo D, but even Kumo D knows that. That's why he's teaching and speaking at seminars. You got to take it to the next level. You don't want to be like, no diss to this dude either. You don't be like Rev Run, trying to compete with Method Man and Redman and stuff like that. Dog, respect your legacy, respect what you did. But check this here. Cats aging, you know, with the age ranging from 15 to 23, 9 times out of 10, don't know who you are unless they've seen the reality show. But they can't quote one song. And they don't care. Because they ain't got nothing you can do a little goofy-ass dance to. It means nothing. It means nothing. And that's the sad part of it. The main thing with this game is there are no fans. There are no fans. That's what saddens me most about this game. There are no fans. At 38, I am still a fan of good music. Quality music. There's some cats out here that I like. There's a few cats out here I mean, I would love to hear him do some other type stuff, but I like the boy Rick Ross. I like where Young Jeezy is going with this stuff. I like Ludacris. There's dudes out there that I like. But the bulk of this shit is hot garbage. It's bad, man, because there's no one's rhyming about anything. Cadence, nothing. And these young dudes honestly don't know how to humble themselves. You know what I mean? It's too many dudes doing it. Every time you turn around, it's like DJing now is DJ has made computer geeks DJs. Computer geeks, cats who were once computer geeks are now DJs. Because with Serato and all these programs, it made it look so easy for cats to DJ. And like I said, I've been doing this 28 years, faithfully. You know what I mean? Like I said before, I believe that if you're going to DJ, it should be like school. You want to become a lawyer, you got to go to school. You have to go to school. You got to learn the fun. It's like basketball. Anybody can do it, have an ill crossover. But if you don't have the fundamentals of the game, it means nothing.
Do you think that's the black people's own shortcoming?
Hell yeah.
Put things out, they don't set any standards.
Motherfuckers are like microwaves, man. Everybody want everything right here, right now. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to sit down and have a home cooked meal with food with a grub that got some parents. You know what I'm saying? If I have some food on my plate, give me some with some parents. You know what I'm saying? Give me the meat with the vegetables, with the starch. You know what I mean? I need all of that instead of just shooting to the Chinese store and get some chicken wings real quick. Kids want everything real quick right now. They don't want to take the time to learn anything or even hear anything, get schooled or anything. You know what I mean? The only reason why I'm the way I am right now is because I sat down with cats who did it before me. I listened, I paid attention, and then I studied the art in order to master my own sound. These dudes right now want whatever's hot right now, we got to do that. When we were growing up, our music was more diverse. You had your Public Enemy, you had your NWAs, you had your KRS-Ones, but then you had your Kid and Plays, your Jazzy Jeffs, but then you had your Ghetto Boys, you had your Toddy T's, you had all that stuff, you had your Ice T's, you had all these different types of music. Not to say that we didn't have nothing whack. Because if you want to keep it funky, we had whack stuff. We had the Young MCs and the Vanilla Ices and you know, cats like that. We had our share of whack stuff. But the the dopest thing about our era was no one sounded alike. Nobody. When Das Effects came out, it was a whole new sound. And that was their sound. When the Boot Camp came out, Boot Camp Click Black Moon was its own sound. When Show and AG came out, they had their own sound. When DITC came out with production, they had their own sound. When Premier came out, he had his own sound. He wasn't doing what this dude is doing right now. Well, Premier's doing that, let's all do that. Nah. He may have influenced cats to go a little deeper in the crates, but Premier was Premier. Pete Rock was Pete Rock. Lost Professor was Lost Professor. They were all dope, but none of them sounded alike, and they respected each other's work. Now, everybody is piggybacking everybody. When the boy T-Pain came out with the auto-tune, now you got rappers feeling as though they need that on their voice to make their song hot, and they sounded like clowns. They sounded like clowns. It's like, as much as I'm not a fan of the cat T-Pain, I respect what he brought to the game. That was his sound. He, not necessarily his sound, but he brought it where it was relevant. He made it hot for the young cats to dig. It's not his sound. Let's keep it funky. It's not his sound. Because if you go back to groups like prog rock groups like Yes and the Rascals, all that stuff from like the late 60s, early 70s, they were using those same type of sounds on their voices. Then you had cats like Sly Stone, Stevie Wonder, to bring it, you know, to the forefront. And then you had a cat like Roger Troutman, who just took it and solidified it as that was his sound. You never heard Roger without the voice box, with a talk box rather. Never. But at the same time, T-Pain comes out a couple years later, makes it hot again. The problem with that is now you got cats who rhyme who feels that they need that on their voice, which means you're not confident with your own talent or your own style. Personally, because I feel I'm like this. If I can't get my sound out, what's the easiest way to do something? Copy off of somebody else. I'm not doing that shit. And I don't co-sign that shit. I think that's whack. And I think they need to take it back to what Cash used to say, yo, dude, you whack. Everybody buddy and huddled up like chicks now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on some kumbaya shit. Yeah, this my homie. Nah, motherfucker, you garbage. They need to get back to that where if somebody like, yo, Lil Wayne, you can't rhyme, huh? You whack. You fucking whack. Soldier Boy, no disrespect, get your money, young blood, but you whack. You whack. You fucking whack. You know what I mean? It's dudes from the South that's dope. And I don't have nothing against dancing. I dance. But when you make everything on some stupid shit, I just heard a song called You a Jerk, and it's a dance to that shit. You a jerk? Get the fuck out of here, man. You serious? Then you got dudes doing shit like, oh my God, man. It's like they really, I hate to say it, but this is the lost generation. They fucking up everything. They really fucking up everything. They fucking up movies. They fucking up music. You know what I mean? They fucking up the gear because they're calling it retro. But what they doing is they taking all the different styles and mixing them up and making the shit look, you look like a fucking clown. Men ain't supposed to wear Ugg boots, huh? Men ain't supposed to wear no furry ass boots. That's some gay shit. And I'm not anti-faggot because, you know, I got a few friends that are gay, you know what I mean? But I don't want to see no young dude with no motherfucking medium shirt, you know what I mean? Pants so tight that, you know, they balls can't breathe. I'm sorry, man. A dude with pink pants, a fluorescent green shirt, a fucking red hat with the lid flipped up like this and shit. Fitted hats ain't supposed to be flipped up, and then wearing some fur boots and a bunch of beads and shit. That's some gay shit, man. That's some gay ass shit. And then you rhyme it, talking about some retro shit. That's some homo shit, huh? A real gay man will whoop your ass behind that because, like anything else in all seriousness, like for real, you know, them gay dudes, you know, they went through their shit, you know, to get, you know, be accepted, just like black folks. And then when you make a mockery of they shit, You gotta keep in mind, this gay man is still a man. He'll beat your motherfucking ass. For real, let's keep it funky. You know what I'm saying? And cats tend to forget that, man. I hate seeing these young dudes, you know what I mean, fucking skinny pants. What kind of faggot shit is that? Come on, man. Even when we took it back, let's take it back to the lean jeans, man. You wore lean jeans to fit. They wasn't tight. Take what I'm saying? Men ain't supposed to tuck their pants into their sneaks. That's some chick shit. You got these dudes with these fucking metallic colored sneakers. Yeah, with their jeans crazy tight, tucked into their shit. Only cats who wore their shit when they used to wear the elastic around their pants legs was the B-boys. And that was because, you know, that was on some B-boy shit, because you couldn't rock no baggy pants and be a B-boy and dance. You shit had to be so you could maneuver. These dudes are just wearing, you know, some tight shit just because it's cool. I just sped it up a little bit. Got it moving. See?
What y'all be doing that for? To see if it loaded up yet?
Yeah. My sounds in there. Make sure all my sounds in there. And see, at the same time, man, I don't want to sound like a bitter old man. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to my kids. You know what I mean? But the difference with my oldest son is crazy, because we were talking and I was like, I said, man, you know, your generation don't have no classics. You know what I mean? What you mean by that? I'm like, yo, man, I said, you know, I think Check the Rhyme came out when I was 20. I can still play that today, and the floor will erupt. I can drop Who Got the Props on, and the floor will erupt. I can drop on Mary J. Blige's Real Love, and the floor will erupt.
And you could go 10 years before that.
You know what I'm saying? And then keep going further and further back. I said, but if I put on Ludacris, what's the joint? Throw Them Bows joint on. If I throw that on right now, they gonna get upset. The youth right now, they gonna get upset. Because they want to hear, she got a dunk. You know what I mean? They want to hear that shit. Whereas I put that on for the cats 27 and up, if I put that same Ludacris song on, they going to go nuts. I had a conversation with a friend of mine. I said, yo, man, I said, can you name 3 albums within the last 5 years that you still play in its entirety? I said, name 5. Can you name 3? Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Because like I said, kids like everything microwave right now. They want it right now, real quick, eat it and get up and roll. You know what I mean? That's the problem with the game right now. You know what I mean? No one thinks about longevity. No one thinks about classic. Everybody thinks about, let me get this bread right now. I can get some money off of this. It's like selling dope, you know what I mean? Selling drugs ain't for everybody. But it got to at one point in time, everybody was doing it because it seemed like the easiest thing to do. Now it's hip-hop. Hip-hop is the easiest thing to do. If you got a computer, you can make some music. The internet has helped, but also has crippled the game. It's crippled the game because the cats are not using it for what it is. Because like cat like you, I mean, you're using it for what it's supposed to be used for. Using MySpace and all these Twitters and all that shit. Woo! Far side, nigga. Woo! That's crazy. Has to be by, daddy. Oh, man. Jay Swift is a beast. He's a beast for that. When I found this record, I was bugging out. He is a beast for that. He's a beast. You turn it back on? No. Come up. You know what I mean? We can talk about this wall. Like, this is the money wall right here. This is the money wall. This right here is the money wall. It's the money wall, but all these records are all like sentimental, have sentimental value. Like, this is my pop's record. This is my dad's record. This is a record that a lot of cats want. I won't put the name out there like that. You know what I mean? But it's a record that a lot of cats want. It's been sampled by one of my favorite producers, and it's a classic song that's been used. Some cats know what's up with, a lot of people don't. But that's a classic album. And it's like a $200 album alone on eBay. I ain't paid $200. You know what I'm saying? I ain't paid $200. It's the Big Daddy Kane joint, Blind Alley. You can never go wrong. It's like, the ill thing about this album is it's a promo, which means it's worth more money. It's a DJ copy. This was like one of the copies that was given specifically to the DJs, and it wasn't supposed to be sold. So I had a promo of that. This is one of my favorite albums all over, period. Amar Jamal, The Awakening. I got a lot of his stuff. Like his info stuff is more on some jazz shit. And Nice and myself have literally tore this record apart. We've used this record with so many beats because there's so many different parts. But at the same time, some of my favorite producers use this album as well. You know what I'm saying? The Sergio Porter and Free Soul, this album right here. This is my pop's album as well. This is the first concert my parents took me to see. They when we were living, I was born in Florida. This is the first dude my parents took me to go see at a bar. I forgot the name of the bar. I would have to call my mom, but I saw him years ago. He only released one album. He had a few 45s, but that's an incredible album. The album is incredible. You know what I mean? More soulful, funky album. Like I said, it had sentimental value because it was my dad. You know what I'm saying? This album, classic. I got a lot of old motherfuckers on my top about this record. If you keep the background, the shit is shot in Philadelphia. You know what I mean? It's the art museum. You know what I'm saying? The Ambassador Soul Summit, it's like one of the most incredible soulful albums. And the crazy thing about that is Leon Huff is playing piano. It's crazy. It has like pretty much the original MFSB, the Sound of Philadelphia house band. It's all over the album. Crazy. And like I said again, one of my favorite producers used this album. This album is dope right here because one of my favorite songs is on this album. Daylight, Ramp, Roy Ayers, music production. One of my favorite artists, Roy Ayers, and also one of my favorite songs. This album changed my life when I first heard it. And the one thing I have in common is me and Nice have the same album. It's a great album all the way through. This is an album that really didn't get appreciated until down the line. The lead singer and arranger, when he did this album, he was about 17. The cat's name was, I believe it was Michael Green, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think his name is Michael Green. One of the greatest arrangers. This album is so incredible. Jazz influence, soulful, funky, everything. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes are really up on that album now. I think my father gave this to almost everybody in my family. All my aunts and uncles have this album. And I'm trying to get that record from everybody. Believe that. You know what
That's what he told me.
Like
he said, when I question it, you
gotta get the fuck out of there.
I'm like, but then I tell him, the crazy thing I tell him, I'm like, it goes to show even like smart people don't know everything. You know what I mean? He would be the person answering somebody else's question in that situation, and he can't answer his own questions.